Hey, good evening, everybody. Subby here. So I thought I would go ahead and jump on, kind of give you guys an update. I had my inbox just blow up after my last post that I made while we're actually looking at a couple of stronger cells. As you know, earlier tonight we were waiting for any storms to develop in eastern Kansas. They have been strong to possibly severe in eastern Kansas. However, it's still kind of early. The storm system is still off to our west. The instability is not all that great here in western Missouri. So I don't think these things are going to survive making it across the state line and be able to be of any intensity at all. I still think the main show is going to be coming in early in the morning after 5 a.m. throughout west central Missouri. But we do have a strong storm down here near Fort Scott. There is a potential this could move into the Vernon County, maybe southern Bates County. But I do believe it will likely begin to weaken a little bit as time goes. But we are going to go ahead and we're going to watch these 3 or 4 storms as they come through west central Missouri, and then that's going to be all of the live stream that we'll have for tonight. And then of course when the main show arrives in the morning, I will be going live. We have all modes of severe weather still possible with that line coming through early in the morning. We have a chance for strong straight line winds, which is going to be the biggest threat, a chance for large hail, and of course we do have a chance to see a couple tornadoes in our area. Kind of give you guys a look here. What you're looking at down at the bottom right hand side is a sky cam from Dayton, Missouri, which is about right in this area. And we're taking a look at this storm that come through Lyon County and Lynn County, Kansas, and it really shrunk and almost dissipated. So I have a feeling we'll likely see that with this cell as well as it continues across the state line. Hi, Donna. Hi, Lucky. And we do have another severe thunderstorm warning out here near Burlington, Kansas. And again, once they're getting right down through that state line, they are starting to kind of dissipate a little bit because we just don't have the instability over here on our side of the state. See if I can show you guys what I am looking at here. We're going to take a look at the dew points here real quick. You guys notice that here over, I guess it's been about the last hour and a half or so, compared to what it was 1 o'clock in the afternoon, those winds are a little bit warmer. It's a little bit more humid out. That's because we're starting to see this influx of moisture coming in from the south. So, of course, as we go through the night, here's your timestamp right here. So these storms are coming. They're actually in some pretty good moisture, dew points in the 50s here in eastern Kansas. But look what's on the other side of the state line. Very low moisture. That's your instability. So these things are kind of weakening as they come across the state line. But watch what happens to the moisture as we go through the night tonight. You notice that big influx of moisture coming in. Here we are at 4 o'clock in the morning, and we have high dew points here in west central Missouri. So that's the reason why when that line of storms come crashing down from the northwest, it's going to have plenty of instability to continue to produce some strong, possibly severe thunderstorms tomorrow morning. So right now, we've got a storm that's in southern Cass County, moving into northwest Henry County. Right now, just some rain, a couple strikes of lightning. Right now, it is not severe. We're just a good old-fashioned thunderstorm. And like I said, I just don't think there's enough instability there to keep these storms strong as they cross the state line. Hi, Elizabeth. Absolutely, Donna. Hi, Rebecca. Suzanne from Waverly, Missouri. Hi, Suzanne. So, these storms that are up here, that, we do have some stronger thunderstorms that's on the Kansas side near Salina. They have been putting down some, they've had 5 or 6 tornado warnings so far here probably within the last hour and a half. So down here in Oklahoma, where the thought of a tornado outbreak from today, the cap kept all of the thunderstorms pretty much at bay in Oklahoma. They went ahead and canceled the tornado watch for Oklahoma. And all the storms began to fire up here in central Kansas. So if you're a storm chaser, drove all the way down, waiting, anticipating strong storms down in Oklahoma, and it was a big bust down there. And then of course now all the storms are up north of where they're at. So I wouldn't want to be a storm chaser heading to Oklahoma today, because that would have been pretty disappointing. But we do have some stronger storms up here next to the front. Now, these are going to be going more of a northeast direction. I think it's going to escape most of the KC metro area. As you notice, we don't have any watches down through the western center part of Missouri. I don't expect any watches to be issued for this activity, but we will likely be under a watch as we go closer to morning time here in about another 6 to 7 hours. Hi, Lori. So basically, I don't have any more seminars planned. I've got a lot of schools coming up. So just next week, I've got 3 schools that I'm going to be at. I'm going to have, so I don't have any more seminars planned for this year. But things can always change. Yeah, we could, Davis. We could get some, matter of fact, we could get some hail. As soon as tomorrow morning, actually. There is potential to see some hail with some of these thunderstorms coming in tomorrow morning. The only thing that I'm a little bit concerned about is the fact that these storms have slowed down a little bit as far as what the data is suggesting for any morning. So more 6, 7, 8 a.m. time frame. And of course, that's when kids are getting to school, they're getting on the bus. That's going to be something that we're going to have to stay really weather aware in the morning as this line continues to move to the southeast. Now, this is going to be something we're going to have to keep a very close eye on in the morning, especially with the kiddos and having some severe weather possible right around the start of school in the morning. You'll be fine tomorrow, Joanne. No problem. Yeah, yeah, he's though you probably can't hear it, but he's in there kind of in a constant whine. My lightning detector in the other room. So there's just kind of a roar outside. There's a lot of lightning associated with some of these cells. So this cell down here just north of Fort Scott is retaining its intensity so far. So I would not be surprised if they did extend a severe thunderstorm warning into northern Vernon, southern Bates County. Could affect Rich Hill, just south of Butler. So we'll be watching this, but I think as it continues this trek across Missouri, it will likely weaken. You bet your Rod. You better get in your weather tree. So of course you're looking. Let's see if we can find a. See if we can find a south camera. Looks like it's beginning, kind of starting to rain a little bit. This camera is actually just west of Creighton, so it's picking up on a few of these little showers. I kind of want to see a, let's see here, Clinton, south, southwest. We might be able to pick it up on a Clinton cam. Let me try a Clinton cam. So what you're looking at now is actually from downtown Clinton Square. We are facing south, southwest. So we should be able to start picking up on some of this lightning on this cell coming into Bates County. So they did not issue a severe thunderstorm warning, but they did issue a special weather statement for southern Bates County. Wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour and nickel-sized hail is possible, tracking a strong thunderstorm over Fulton, 10 miles north of Fort Scott, moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. So gusty winds can knock around tree limbs, blow unsecured objects around. Minor hail damage to vegetation is possible. So Ballard, Foster, Hume, Rich Hill, Prescott, Butler, and Rockville are in the path of this storm. And even though it's just a special weather statement, and I have a feeling they are probably thinking the same as I am, as once this thing crosses the state line, it's going to start to kind of collapse a little bit because it just doesn't have that moisture to keep it going. Well, yeah, the purple is the indicator of large raindrops or the potential of hail. So what we can do in a case like this is you could go to what's called vertically integrated liquid radar. This is actually going to take a snapshot of how big the particles are up into the clouds. So it's going to actually measure those particles. So we can go to that particular one. Now that's about pea-size hail is the pink. Okay, Davis? So that's pink-size hail. What you look for in a hail core is when you get up to the grays and into the white colors. That's when you start getting into that quarter, maybe golf ball size hail. So very small hail, if any, is coming down onto the surface right now with this particular cell. That's one of the reasons why they went with a special weather statement versus a severe thunderstorm warning, because I do believe this cell is beginning to weaken. Hi, Presley. Well, I'm really not expecting any. I'm really not expecting any of these storms to be severe, as they come across the state line. That is, I am kind of went live tonight to answer a lot of questions. I got a big influx of people asking questions for about every city in West Central Missouri. So I just thought it's a lot easier to come on here live, let you guys know what's going on versus responding to 74 messages that I had here over the last 45 minutes. So it's a lot easier just to explain to you guys. I'm really not expecting these storms to hold together once they cross the state line. We were watching to see if that moisture return would be a little bit more robust here in western Missouri. There's a potential there. We could see some severe weather early tonight, but for the most part, these storms are kind of outrunning the moisture return. So by the time the moisture return comes back into West Central Missouri, these storms are going to be long gone. So I do believe that these cells will weaken as they come across the state line, but I thought I would just go live and kind of explain to you guys what we've got going on. Especially since we were under that threat for severe weather tonight. You start seeing lightning and thunder out the window, just like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? So, just to kind of ease everybody up, I'm going to stay here with you for a little while. Once these storms move through, then we'll go ahead and end the live stream. And then I'm going to be staying up, taking a look at all the data, drinking lots of coffee overnight tonight. And then we will likely be going live again first thing in the morning. And as this line of storms will be developing up north, moving southeast into West Central Missouri. 0. This one right here won't even make it into Missouri. The question asks if that tornado in Salina make it to Cass County. It won't even make it into Missouri. Take a look at what else is out there right now. Really not a lot going on at all. Down here where they had the bust down here in Oklahoma. Matter of fact, there's not even a thunderstorm down there right now. So we have these two stronger cells here in eastern Kansas. We have a little cell down here near Erie. And really, that's just about it, guys. So, and I don't expect much more development out here. And all of these storms are going to be racing up to the northeast. So, we just got to kind of get through these little storm cells here. And we ought to be done for the first chunk of the night. Yeah, that's good. I'm glad Evergy put that out, Pam. Because our biggest threat with the storms tonight are going to be for 80 mile per hour or greater winds. So some of the models were showing upwards around 90, 95 mile an hour winds associated with that line of storms. Now, I don't think we're going to get that, but that tells you the potential of the line of storms if it doesn't fall apart by the time it gets down here to Henry County in the morning. All right, Davis. Have a good night, buddy. Hi, Joe. Yeah, Shelby, they may pack a punch. There's going to be a line of storms up here north that's going to be coming down. Kansas City Metro, northwest Missouri, 80-mile-an-hour winds, a higher potential for a couple tornadoes. So definitely something we're watching. And then that line is going to come down here to west central Missouri. And if it holds together, we have a chance for some strong winds in the morning. All right, Jordan, take care. Yeah, that's good. They send out an email like that from Evergy, just where you can, um, you guys can prepare, bring lawn furniture inside, lay all your furniture on the porch, lay it down, kind of prepare for the strong winds. So another thing that we have the capabilities of doing also is, and let me turn that off for a second, is we can actually dissect these storms and we can see what's going on inside, see if there's any hail that's being lofted up at at different heights. We'll just take a dissection of this here. So this is going to tell you really kind of where that hail is at. Of course, the higher the hail is, the more updraft strength that cell has. That kind of tells you the strength of that cell. And right now we've got a little bit of hail at 18,000 feet. But just the other night we were seeing some hail reaching 25 to almost 30,000 feet above our heads. And that's what was putting out some quarter ping pong ball size hail in Harrisonville. So there's a possibility we could see some pea-sized hail out of this as it's coming into Benton County right now. Hume, New Home, Rich Hill. You guys might see a little bit of hail along with that. Some real small stuff. But right now it's not looking severe. And of course, for it to be severe, it has to be 1-inch hail the size of quarters in order for it to be classified severe hail. So we'll kind of keep an eye on this. Again, this is a great way I can kind of look into the storm, see how high up that hail is, gives me an indication how strong this cell is. So another great tool of the software. Hey, Justin. I think you're doing okay, Nevada. I don't think you're going to have to really worry about any storms tonight. Now, as we go into the morning hours, I think all of us here in West Central Missouri is going to be affected by a line of storm that's going to be sinking south. It has not developed yet. It will develop overnight. We'll have better ingredients. We'll have more moisture here for it to work with, and our temperature is going to kind of hold steady, if not maybe go up just a hair as we go through the night as well, because we're getting those strong, rich, moist air from the south being pumped in to west central Missouri. But and again, these storms, even though there's another severe storm out here, by the time it makes it to the state line, we don't have the moisture in our area quite yet. So these storms are typically wanting to kind of fall apart once they get across the state line. So Warrensburg, you guys are going to start getting a rain shower, maybe a clap or two of thunder. But again, nothing severe across Johnson County. Just good old garden variety thunderstorm. It's the same, Tom. You're looking about the same there at Holden. So we're gonna be watching this cell come through. Not expecting any severe weather on our side of the state line. But I just wanted to make sure we calm everybody's nerves. We've been talking a little bit about severe weather today. Hopefully everybody has a plan in place. We got weather radios back up and going, thank goodness. I've just been in constant contact. I think they got tired of talking to me here over the last 24 hours on those weather radios. I was on chat always asking them about the weather radios. So luckily we've got that going for us. So Elizabeth asks, does the higher the elevation have anything to do with the size of the hail, or does it have to do with temperature of the moisture? Well, actually, Elizabeth, the best explanation, I'm fascinated with hail personally, but in order for hail to form, you got to have a strong thunderstorm that has a strong updraft in the middle of that thunderstorm. It has to be able to carry a raindrop up to 15, 18,000 feet above our heads where the temperatures are cold. And of course, that's the reason why not every thunderstorm is going to produce hail, because sometimes it's not cold enough to freeze water at 14 or 15,000 feet above our heads. Okay, so they went ahead and issued a severe thunderstorm warning. You heard my weather radio go off there momentarily. So we'll read what it says here in just a moment. Of course, if you live in Henry County, you likely received our Everbridge mass communication alert. So let's read what it says. Southwestern Henry County, southern Bates County, and west central Missouri until 11:15. Severe thunderstorm located near Hume, 8 miles west of Rich Hill, moving northeast at 50. 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter size hail. So Ballard, Hume, Rich Hill, Deepwater, Hartwell, Montrose, Brownington, Butler, Ladue, and Truman Lake underneath this severe thunderstorm warning. So looked like had a little bit of an uptick in the size of the hail. Let's take a look at that here. No, Jordan, Clinton is not included. Clinton is not included on this, Jordan. So yeah, you can see now we went from purple to this light blue color, aqua color. And that's going to be, let's go back, remember me showing you guys about Davis. I told you the grays and the whites is what we're looking for. So just in a matter of just about 4 or 5 minutes, it has intensified enough to be able to produce some quarter-size hail. Looks like it's right on top of rock, just southwest of Rich Hill. Now, if I'm a betting man, which I'm not, but if I was a betting man, I would say that it likely won't be producing quarter-size hail for a very long period of time. We'll probably see it pulsate and kind of weaken, maybe get a little stronger, weaken again. It's trying, but there's just not enough moisture there. So let's take a cross-index of this here real quick. Yeah, look how it's just amazing how in just a couple 3 minutes how this storm really kind of blew up. Now take a look. Now we got some hail we got some hailstones pushing up there close to 25,000 feet. So that's one of the reasons why just in 2 or 3 minutes this thing pulsated enough to be able to be dropping possibly up to quarter size hail. So looked like Foster, New Home, Sprague, Rich Hill, Cortland, Nyhart, Peru, Pleasant Gap. You guys are going to be in the path of this hail. So definitely want to bring your cars inside if they are outside. If you have a means built, put them under a carport in the garage. Anything that that you do not want to get damaged by quarter size hail. What do I need to get it? Get what, Karen? The hail? I must be missing something. Didn't get that alert you spoke about. What X? I guess I'm not really understanding whatever your question is there, Karen. But Henry County has a Everbridge mass communication software. You can go to henryco.org. That's the website for Henry County. There's a big sign up there for Everbridge, and it goes by location. So of course, if you live in Clinton, if you live just north of Clinton on 13, you're not going to get this alert because the polygon does not include you. But if you lived in Deepwater, Montrose, anybody that lives in this area of Henry County, they all receive the alert on their phones. henrycomo.com is where you want to go, Karen. That's the website for the county, and right there, Everbridge emergency signups. That is the new software package we came out with here about a month and a half ago. You get to customize it however you would like, an email alert, text message alert, whatever. And then it will go by where you are at. All right, looked like the hail kind of fell below severe limits again, but it could be pulsating a little bit. You could probably still get some nickel-sized hail. It is just southwest of Butler, just west of Rich Hill. Rich Hill, you're going to start getting some hail here probably just momentarily. Probably smaller size, pea, maybe dime size from what I'm seeing here on radar. Hi, Joe. So, really wasn't expecting any severe weather to come across the state line, but in about 2 or 3 minutes, this cell you're looking at here on the screen got strong enough to start producing some quarter-sized hail. So that's the threat from this cell. It looked like it had weakened just a little bit, but they did go ahead and put out a severe thunderstorm warning for Bates and western Henry counties for that potential of quarter-sized hail. Thanks, Lacey. If you can, let me know what size, and I'll relay that. Over to the National Weather Service. Right now, it looks like that pea-sized hail 7 miles west of Rich Hill. So, and then they had quarter-size hail 5 miles west of Rich Hill. So, I don't know yet, Jamie. We don't know. We don't know if where this storm's going to skirt because it's going to weaken. So there might not be a cell going into Benton County at all. Yes, quarter size, that's 1 inch hail. So, looking here at I am getting some reports in. This was in Rich Hill. So, looks like probably, I don't know, dime side maybe. There are some bigger ones in there as well. So again, we've got one cell that we are looking at that's affecting west central Missouri. This will be the only cell tonight that we have to worry about. Once this kind of begins to weaken, then we'll be done for the night. But it is currently right over Benton County. And it is producing 1 inch hail, maybe to the size of quarters. It is moving to the northeast. It's moving at a pretty good clip. East-northeast at 54 miles per hour. And then it's going to move on up into western parts of Henry County. And I am going to go ahead and bring Henry County into the live stream. Then that way, Henry County YouTube, Facebook page, and that way they will know what is going on there as well. So we'll wait a moment and let that get going for Henry County. Oh, Mary, probably 5 to 8 a.m. Probably in that time frame. All right, I want to welcome everybody that is tuning in from Henry County Emergency Management Facebook page, YouTube channel. We have been placed under a severe thunderstorm warning for the western half of Henry County. It's going to include towns such as Montrose, Deepwater, Ladue, Germantown, New Piper, Del Mar, up to Hartwell. And this is mainly in response to this particular thunderstorm producing some sporadic 1-inch hail. Now, 1-inch hail is about the size of quarters. So, want to bring you guys here on board to let you know what is going on here in Henry County. So, especially if your phones went off, if you have the Everbridge emergency alert software installed on your phone, if you live in this polygon, you should have received an alert on your phone. And of course, if you live in Clinton, Leesville, Windsor, you guys, even though you might be signed up for Everbridge, you guys are not included in this warning at this time. So we have had reports of 1-inch hail just west of Rich Hill. So definitely something we're keeping a close eye on right now. It's looking like it has fallen just below severe limits right now. We do have a little hail core just on the south side of Rich Hill right now. I am not expecting a whole lot of severe weather. This is going to be really the only cell that we'll be watching. Once this cell weakens, then we're going to be done for the night. So that's great news. You're going to have to tie an air mattress to my car. You know, I've seen some crazy photos out there, people protecting their cars. I've seen them bungee strap a whole bunch of noodles all the way across the hood, over the top of the car, and down the trunk. So... Davis, if you're still on, you said, wait, do meteorologists measure quarter-size hail or higher than that? I guess I don't understand your question, Davis. Sorry, buddy. So again, thank you if you're joining us from Henry County Emergency Management Facebook page or YouTube. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning still ongoing for about the next 30 minutes for that potential of seeing some 1-inch hail. We did have a couple of reports right around the town of Rich Hill in Bates County. This cell is moving off to the northeast at a pretty fast clip at about 52 miles per hour. So those in Spruce, Montrose, Appleton City, you guys are going to be the next ones under the gun. It has weakened somewhat, so we're probably looking at pea-size, maybe dime-size hail associated, torrential rains, and then this thing will be out of here. I mean, this thing is moving 50, 55 mile an hour, so it's not going to hang around long. No, so in order for hail to be classified to be severe, it has to be 1 inch or larger. So if you measure a quarter across, that's 1 inch. So it's a lot easier. They can get reports a lot easier from people. Most people don't have a tape measure in their pocket. So what they do, they try to come up with ways where people can make it easy for them to call in and say, hey, I've got ping pong ball size hail, or I've got golf ball size hail. So it's a lot easier for people to call in reports if it's something that is familiar, like a quarter, a golf ball, ping pong ball, baseball, softball, DVD. That's 6-inch hail of DVD size. That's the size of the hailstone you need to take into school, Davis. So again, we've got, we only have one cell that I'm really kind of paying attention to right now. It's this one here in Benton County. It has history of producing some quarter-size hail. It is moving to the north-northeast at 54 miles per hour. It's going to affecting Spruce, Montrose, Appleton City, and then eventually on up through Deepwater, Clinton, and center part of Henry County if it holds its intensity. So we'll just kind of have to wait and see. We're not expecting very much severe weather tonight at all. This could be our last shot at seeing any severe weather tonight. So that's great news. That's great news. Mary, I just said what we're expecting. So, and then we're done for the night, guys. So that's great news. And then we'll have that secondary line come in tomorrow morning. We'll be 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. That's when we're going to see somewhere throughout west central Missouri, of course, that chance for damaging straight line winds, 80 miles per hour or greater. We could have a hail probability, and we have a tornado probability for in the morning. So noticing some very high winds aloft, up above the, say 10, 15, 20,000 feet above our heads. We got very strong winds, 60, 70 miles per hour. And the reason why that's not down on the surface, and because the further away you go from the radar site, the higher up that beam goes into the storm, because the earth is round. So this beam coming from the National Weather Service out of Pleasant Hill, by the time it hits this cell in Benton County, it's way up there into the clouds. And up there at, say, the 10,000, 12,000 feet, you got winds approaching almost 70 miles per hour up there. So there's a chance that we could get some really heavy rain, because rain goes directly vertically down, and sometimes it can pull some of those stronger winds with it. So we're kind of watching maybe for the potential of seeing gusts 50, maybe 60 miles per hour with this cell as well. Still have a couple very strong cells up here, northeast Kansas. Still have a tornado warning up there. Very, very strong hail. Wow, that's some big hail. That's gorilla hail right there. That's some gorilla hail. This is up by Westmoreland, Kansas. I want to take a look at that. Wow. So this cell up here, Westmoreland, Kansas, has some hail returns coming up to almost 30,000 feet above your head. So very, very, very large hail likely up here in northeast Kansas. Wow, that's some big hail. That's some big hail right there. All those cells are moving to the northeast. Maybe clip the very corner of Missouri up here, but for the most part, it's going to stay north of the Kansas City metro, North Kansas City area. Take a look at our sky cam. Looking southwest from downtown Clinton Square. Of course, starting to see quite a bit of lightning activity there on the cam. So pretty much what this cell is doing. So like I said, we don't have quite the instability on this side of the state line as what they had out in Kansas tonight. But this cell is really trying. And so it's pulsating. It gets a little stronger, maybe some quarter-size hail, and then it weakens. And then it might strengthen again, and then it weakens. So it's having a hard time sustaining that intensified state of that thunderstorm. But we're still just kind of watching this cell as it continues to move off to the northeast at 54 miles per hour. And of course, Montrose, Ladue, Delmar, New Piper, Piper, Germantown, you guys are going to be hit with this here momentarily. This thing is moving over 50 miles per hour, so it's not going to take long for this cell to move through your area. We got some lighter thunder shower activity up here near just northwest of Windsor. We got some light showers in Warrensburg ongoing right now, Knob Noster. Hey, you bet, Amanda. That's what I do. Hopefully everybody's having a good night. Getting a little late. It's about 11. But again, I do believe this will likely be the only cell we really have to worry about. Is this one here. It's trying so hard to become more than what it is, but it just can't quite get up there. We don't quite have the moisture yet, but we will be getting that moisture as the night goes on. We might even see our temperatures go up a degree or two through the night as well, and then we'll have that line of storms that will move through in the morning, probably between 8 a.m. And that line of storms has that potential for very strong straight line winds, large hail, and we do have an isolated threat for a tornado or two throughout western half of Missouri. Thank you also to everybody who joined in from the Henry County, Missouri Office of Emergency Management. And we included you here over the last about 30 minutes as the western half of Henry County is under a severe thunderstorm warning for the possibility of seeing a few wind gusts, maybe up to 55, possibly 60 miles per hour, and the threat of quarter-inch hail. So this is currently in the eastern half of Bates County. It is moving northeast at 54 miles per hour, so it's moving at a pretty good clip, and it's going to start affecting parts of Henry County here over the next 5 to 15 minutes. And Montrose, Spruce, Appleton City, you guys are going to be under the gun here very, very quickly. So make sure your cars are parked under a carport, in the garage. Have a bunch of noodles on top of your car, something, because you do have that potential to see some quarter-size hail. You bet, Margaret. My pleasure. Of course, we are taking a look down here on the bottom right-hand side. We are actually taking a look at downtown Clinton, looking off to the south-southwest. Right here in historic downtown Clinton Square. Again, looking off to the southwest. Of course, plenty of lightning action just to the southwest of Clinton right now. And Clinton looked like it's going to start getting a piece of this probably here in about 15 to 20 minutes. Start getting some hail and some moderate rainfall out of this. Hi, Aaron. A lot of lightning, Aaron, is, as you can see, there's a lot of lightning. Of course, that's a big threat. Right now, 1 inch hail is really the biggest concern with this cell, although it's really pulsating in strength. So it weakens for a while, then it kind of intensifies, weakens. So it's trying, but the ingredients on this side of the state line, they're just not here yet for it to be a powerhouse of a supercell. But it is a supercell. It is rotating. It does have a strong updraft base to it. It does have an inflow. So you have an inflow that comes up into here. That's the warm, moist air that's being drawn into the supercell. And then, of course, it begins to be picked up by the updraft and gives us that potential of seeing some quarter-size hail with this storm. Hi, Nicole. I have a feeling by the time this cell gets up here to Pettis County, I have a feeling it's going to be weakening quite a bit. So, actually, I'm a little bit surprised this cell has continued to retain its intensity. But I don't expect it to continue. They're just not very good conditions here in western Missouri for these thunderstorms to continue. So you ought to be sitting in good shape at least till probably 5 a.m. That's when our threat for strong straight line wind, tornadoes, hail, that all comes back tomorrow morning between 5 and 8 a.m. So we did have a report of 1-inch hail out of Benton County. And of course that was just west of Rich Hill. Just answering a few questions here on Facebook. Try to get everybody included into our group. So I added a bunch of people, added about 70 people into our group. Make sure they know where to find us. So still seeing a potential of maybe very isolated quarter-size hail. Looked like just southwest of Pleasant Gap. That would be associated with, well, it's a couple minutes behind. So probably right up here near Hudson. Spruce, just maybe southeast of Spruce. Montrose, you're probably getting a little pea-sized hail right now. Germantown, the same way. Moving east-northeast at 49. So possibility up to 1-inch hail. So it's still hanging on. Hi, Kayla. Around 5:30. That's about the time that the line of thunderstorms will likely be right around the Kansas City, Harrisonville area. But definitely be paying attention. Cassidy says hail in Montrose. Probably some smaller size hail in Montrose. And again, we have some lighter showers, thunder showers from Knob-Noster, Warrensburg, just northwest of Windsor, all the way down into Urick, Creighton. And again, not expecting any of that activity to be severe tonight. We do have one severe thunderstorm warning left, one cell that just won't quite give it up quite yet. And it's impacting parts of western Henry County and eastern Bates County right now. We still have another about 9 minutes left on this severe thunderstorm warning. I don't know if they will extend it any further east. They may. Joe also saying marble size hail. So it is intensifying. You guys notice this right here. This is just southwest of Ladue now. We definitely have some quarter size hail. So I think with that last update, National Weather Service will likely extend this severe thunderstorm warning for the rest of Henry County and possibly northwest Benton and southern Johnson County in west central Missouri. So with only about 8 minutes left, they will likely extend it out now that we see that it is beginning to intensify yet again. Let's take a look at, see exactly where this hail core is at. There's our tip right there. That's our hail core. So let's fly right down on top of it. Right over Ladue Montrose Lake right now. That's where that hail core is sitting at. Delmar, Germantown, just east of Montrose. That's where the probably quarter size hail has fallen. Very likely onto the ground. Good point there, Haley. Said Mother Nature's really saying, ha ha, April Fools, you ain't getting any pretty weather. So again, I do expect a possible extension to that severe thunderstorm warning here from the National Weather Service, since we are seeing a slight uptick in the size of hail that's going to be coming into really right across 13 Highway in between Clinton and Deepwater. Could see the potential of seeing some isolated reports of quarter-inch hail. That is my lightning detector. So, unfortunately, I don't know if you guys have followed the Karate Kid series or the second Top Gun movie had actually had Val Kilmer, and just received a Twitter notification that Val Kilmer had passed away this evening. So that's a sad note. Remember him in all of the Karate Kid series, as well as his cameo in the newest Top Gun movie. Val Kilmer. So still showing potential to have up to quarter-size hail just east of Ladue. Let's see here. Right now, looks like it is coming across Southwest 300 Road. This is T Highway. So it's going to be coming up on the southwest side of Clinton Metro. Quite a lightning show that we're seeing here from the Skycam.
The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning.
Okay, what you heard just then was the Storm Shield app on my phone. And looks like they have just now a new severe thunderstorm warning. This does include Clinton. This is for the potential of seeing that 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds is possible, although the hail threat is the biggest issue right now. Well, I bet that was the Everbridge app. So, new severe thunderstorm warning is out for Henry County in west central Missouri until midnight. At 11:13, severe thunderstorm was located over Montrose, or 12 miles southwest of Clinton, moving northeast at 40 miles per hour. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, quarter-size hail are possible. Calhoun, Windsor, Cole, Deepwater, Tightwad, Montrose, Brownington, Clinton, Ladue, and Truman Lake are all in the path of this storm. So, the little engine that couldn't is what we're looking at for tonight. This is one supercell that has fought against all odds and has retained its strength from clear across central Kansas into eastern Kansas and now into west central Missouri, and just won't hang it up. So, do have that potential for quarter-size hail and winds up to 60 miles per hour. And that was my Everbridge alert. If you live in Henry County, you want to make sure that you have gotten the Everbridge mass communication sign up. You can go to henrycomo.org. That is our county website. Sign up for text alerts, email alerts whenever we have dangerous weather in our area. So I've got two pictures just on the east side of Montrose of quarter size, if not a little bit bigger, hail just outside of Montrose proper. So of course we are starting to get looks like on the southwest side of Clinton, we are starting to get some of those return, possibly pea-size hail. I'm going to confirm my Everbridge. Great program. Mark Harden, he is the Director of Emergency Management here in Henry County. And myself, I am the Deputy Director. And we worked really hard to bring this Everbridge system to the county to give everybody a chance to get signed up and receive weather alerts automatically to their phone or to their email. So very happy that this had actually taken place. Mark Harden's done a great job with emergency management so far. Pretty excited to be part of that. Man, my dog is doing a great job. So, just getting all the comments, trying to get everybody caught up so far. I think I got everybody caught up on Facebook right now. All the questions answered, so... And again, we're watching a severe storm coming across Henry County right now. Looks like Clinton, Missouri. You're right in the donut hole of this thing. So up to quarter-inch hail, although it has weakened again. Remember, this cell has been kind of pulsating over the last hour, kind of weakening, and then it begins to get strong again, then it weakens. And so right now it does show some 1-inch hail. We do have, I'm going to jump over here, take a look here. We do have a few small hail cores, maybe pea-size hail. That's where you see the black tips. Where you see the black tips here, that's going to be your pea-size hail. Go ahead and do a dissection of this here real quick. So we do have some hail returns up there around 15,000 feet. So again, we're probably looking at maybe pea-size hail associated. Now that's not saying that it could intensify just a little bit. Have isolated report a quarter-size hail, but it's definitely weakening a little bit as it's coming through Clinton right now. This cell continued to move off. I would say the potential of next impact would be Windsor. Likely stay maybe just north of Lincoln. We do have another cell that is near Spring Hill that will be moving into actually the corner of Cass and Jackson County, right around the Belton, Raymore, Lee Summit area. It is not severe, but you could get some small hail, maybe some gusty winds out of it. Who in the world is that? Look like we're getting a little bit bigger hail. I can hear it. Looks like we do have some reports of close to quarter-size hail out there on Double A. Just this is going to be just east of Clinton. See if I can get a good picture. So pea size up to dime size here in just off the square here in Clinton is all that we have received. I am picking up a maybe even a little bit larger what it sounds like right now. I did get a couple of reports of almost quarter size hail just east of Clinton. Hey, thanks, Greg. I sure appreciate that. Super chat. Man, you always take good care of me there, Greg. Thank you so much. So again, a pretty good hail core coming across 13. Looks like it's just on the east side of Clinton right now. Up to quarter size hail. No, Anna, don't worry about no tornado. So it looked like the hail core has moved off just to the east of Clinton right now. Looks like it's going right along 7 Highway, just east of Clinton right now is where that hail core is at. See if I can get that I'm just going to put that storm report in there to the National Weather Service. So again, guys, this is the one cell. We've been following this for about the last hour and a half since it was out here in eastern Kansas. It just continued to it did not want to die. So it continued on and producing 1-inch hail from time to time, so we're keeping a good eye on that. There is another cell that has a special weather statement on it, and it is up here in northwest Cass County. That's that cell we were talking about just a little while back. We were talking about how there could be some small pea-sized hail, maybe some gusty winds involved with that. So, of course, those in Belton, Raymore, southern Jackson County, Grandview, Hickman Mills, Martin City, Lee Summit, you can expect some small pea-sized hail with that cell as well. Hi, Jocelyn. I am kind of taking a look at this here, guys. This is just west.
The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning.
Just west of Tightwad, right around Cole. I am picking up a little bit of rotation. Right, looked like right at the curve at Cole. James Ordall's house, matter of fact. Right by Southeast 901 Road. So, obviously, these aren't ideal tornado-producing cells, but I am kind of watching this pretty closely right here. We do have a strong inflow notch. That warm moist air being pumped into this thing. We got a hail core, and it's beginning to kind of wrap around there. And that's about where we see that rotation at. So, I'm going to keep a very close eye on that here over the next few minutes. All right, guys. I just got a hold of a couple people out here near Cole. Just wanted to, and like I said, it's not very prevalent on radar, but you kind of see the shape that this supercell is making. And we did have a little bit of rotation near Cole. I do not see that right now, but definitely I'm keeping a close eye on. I think you're all right now, PJ, but we're going to see what this next scan does. I sent this over to the National Weather Service as well. Let them take a look, but definitely something I keep a close eye on. I also have another screen that I have a different program up on that I take a look at rotational tracks just to make sure. I'll show you guys what I look at. This is also another program that I use. And what it does, it shows rotational tracks. And you notice how there's a little rotation track just northwest of Cole. It come across this curve right here on 7 Highway. And now it's just up here just north. There's C Highway. C Highway is right here. I believe that's 150. But we still have a little rotational track right here. So definitely keeping an eye on that here over the next few minutes. So it looks like they're going to extend that severe thunderstorm warning into Benton County. This is going to include Lincoln, Colcamp, Stover. And again, that's going to be for that potential of seeing some quarter-size hail. So I think what's kind of happening right now, this cell, as you know, as we get later into the evening, our dew points are coming up. and I think it's starting to work on some of that new moisture that's being funneled up from the south and causing it to get a little bit better organized. This is a lot better organized of a storm than what we've seen even back over when it was in Benton County. So it's more organized, more structured. It has a little bit more spin to it. And we might even see this start dropping a little bit bigger than quarters here if this thing continues this trend. Okay, so we just seen it, just in that last phase, we just seen it intensify. So heading over across the Benton County line, over heading toward Lincoln, I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe 1.25 inch hail out of it. Well, you got to keep in mind too, this thing's moving 45 to 55 miles per hour. Let's just put this, I'll put this into play. We started noticing right along 7 Highway, there's the airport. You come around C Highway curve, you get to the curve there at the tire shop. You have Bucksaw U Highway. If you watch when it starts to get up close to Cole, it begins to have a little bit of a hook right there. That's where I first noticed some rotation. It also had a rotation track on it. So, there could have been a possible wall cloud there. Didn't pick up anything like debris or nothing like that on it. But I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see maybe a damage report or two out in this area. And then, of course, it moved very quickly on off to the east. So again, expecting there could be 1.25 inch, a little bit bigger, maybe getting close to $50 size hail out of this. And now we just seen this report here. So maximum hail size now 2 inches. So now we're getting up there, getting close to golf ball size hail now. So taking a look at these other cells that are up here, guys, we've got just some showers and thunder showers up here in northern Pettis County on up toward Marshall. We still have a robust thunderstorm up here in Jackson County. Right now, Cass County, this cell is out of your area now, so you don't have to worry about it. This is going to be Jackson County's problem now. So those of you up there at Lee Summit, Hickman Mills, Grandview, Red Bridge, Martin City, maybe some pea-sized hail, some torrential rains. But really, this is the only other cell anywhere here in West Central Missouri. And it's packing a punch, putting down maybe 1.25 inch, 1.5 inch hail down to the surface. It is north of 7 Highway now, PJ. This is actually kind of marching right down, looked like right down C Highway on the way to Lincoln. Yeah, Jordan. Clinton's in the clear. And again, once this cell moved out of our area, we're going to be in the clear for the next few hours until between the 5 to 8 a.m. time frame. And then we're going to be watching a line of storms coming in from the northwest. And that's going to have all modes of severe weather possible with it. Strong straight line winds to 80 miles per hour, large hail, and a possibility of an isolated tornado. Thunder now in Smithton. Yeah, I'd say Smithton up there, Kayla. You guys are just going to stay probably just to the north of it, of the hail core. Yes, Cole Camp's in the line. Cole Camp is definitely in line for this hail core. So maybe up to 1.5 inches hail. So maybe $half size. Tabitha, it's long gone. It's about 20 miles. It's gone. No more rotation necessarily from in the coal area. But it is still a mesocyclone. It is spinning because it's starting to get bigger hail core. So it is spinning. We are watching for the potential of large hail. And we're just keeping a close eye on this as it continues to move across Benton County. It's going to skirt the northern part of Lincoln, but I think it will stay mainly just to the north of Lincoln. So it is really picking up the spin. A little bit of rotation on this cell. Looks like about right in there, west of Lincoln. Kind of moving off in this direction. There is a little bit of rotation to it. It is a mesocyclone, meaning that the whole supercell is spinning. It has strong updrafts. It's creating large hail. And we got to keep a close eye on it. This thing is really spinning like a top right here. If you guys are in Lincoln or maybe along 65 highway, you know, if you don't have nothing better to do tonight, if you're up watching a live stream, I would probably go ahead and just for the next 15-20 minutes, just go ahead and go to the lowest portion of your house. Let me show you what I'm looking at here on my other screens. This is a rotational track, is what this is. This is showing where it's really spinning. Now, it might not be all the way down to the surface, but that cell is really spinning in a very small area right along C Highway. So there's Lincoln. There's Lincoln right here. And this is going to be moving this direction. It's just going to skirt maybe the north part of Lincoln. But I would probably just go ahead and go to your safe spot for say the next 15-20 minutes. We'll see what it looks like as it comes into cold camp as well. So we could be talking maybe $half size hail up to with this hail core. And again, I'm not trying to be quiet here. I'm looking at 3 or 4 different screens, different software, trying to see if I can pick up any more rotation. Looks like it's coming across C Highway right now, where that rotation that we've been looking at is showing up at. You got bigger than a quarter size west of Lincoln. Thanks, Andrew. That's kind of what I'm seeing right now. About $half size. Looks like the storms later in the morning are going to pass north of Archie. I don't know what you're looking at there, but, you know, it might. I'm not expecting them to go north of Archie, but so if anybody safely, after it passes, able to send me any pictures of the hail size or a hailstone, I will pass that on to the National Weather Service. 5 to 8 a.m., right in that time frame. We'll take a look at the latest. So here's these cells coming in right around, this is the short-term model, around 5 a.m. They're right around the KC metro area by 6. And then by 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, they're coming through west central Missouri. And they could be packing a punch. All the way through around the 10 a.m. time frame. So I'd probably plan on probably somewhere between 5 and 8 a.m. on that, Brandon. So I'm not picking up quite the rotational tracks on my other program like it did show earlier. So that's good news. PJ, I've already answered that question for you earlier today, hon. You asked me that same question on Facebook earlier, and I responded. What's going on around Lincoln? Now it's sunny. Oh, Josh. Quit. So we still have another 30 minutes left on this severe thunderstorm warning right now for Benton County. It's also for northern Morgan County as well. 60 mile per hour wind gusts and $half size hail are possible. Looks like it's knocking on the door right at Coal Camp Junction right now. It might just skirt Coal Camp. So as you can see, that's about the only cell here anywhere around west central Missouri outside of that robust thunderstorm up there in Jackson County, right around Grain Valley right now, producing some really small hail. But this cell started all the way out here in east central Kansas, made its way across the state line, started to weaken, and now it just won't die. It has continued to weaken and then strengthen, weaken, strengthen. It's hanging on. But this is really the last storm that we have to come through west central Missouri tonight. And then we're done. We're done for the night until tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow morning between 5 and 8 a.m. in that time frame, we'll have a line of storms that will be coming in from the northwest that will have provide the focus for strong straight line winds to 80 miles an hour, large hail, and a possibility of an isolated tornado in the morning. So this is going to be right at the time we're getting our kids up, ready for school. So I'm going to be live in the morning through, by the time you guys wake up, I will likely be live already, keeping an eye on these storms so you guys have all that information first thing in the morning before you're getting ready to go to work or school. So you wasn't here today. I asked about 4 months ago. You said you get back to me, didn't hear back from you. Well, I can't remember everybody, PJ. And just got a message on Facebook 17 hours ago. I need to get a weather radio. How can I get one? So it was that was on our Subby's Weather Talk Facebook page. And when I talked about the weather radios are working today, and then you commented, how can I get a weather radio? How can I get one? So hopefully here in a couple months, I'll have one ready for you. We did get a new grant. So we're going to be getting a big influx of weather radios in for 2025. So I'll announce it like I did last time, that we'll have weather radios. You guys can pick one up at the emergency management office. So it looks like the hail core is kind of in between Coal Camp Junction there on 65 and Mora. And again, it doesn't look all that impressive. Yeah, Oklahoma's all good there, Amber. So you guys lucked out today. You guys stayed under the cap down there in Oklahoma. You bet, Jacob. So it looks like that hail core is going into Mora, which is just west of Lake Creek. And of course, it's going to kind of head on over into probably parts of Morgan County. Maybe southern Pettis County. Sedalia, Smithton, Green Ridge, you guys are under a special weather statement just for this northern part of this cell. You might get some pea-sized hail, maybe some gusty winds. So we got Andy Hicks sent over a nice lightning shot video. That was a nice capture there. Thanks, Andy, for sharing that with us. Okay, Wendy, that's good. You make sure you tell her she better do it quickly, or they might be gone by the time she gets here. Man, that was awfully good. And again, this is really about the furthest south storm that there is this one here in Benton County right now. Once this clears Benton County, we will likely be done with our live stream for this evening. And then, of course, I'll try to get maybe a couple hours of shut-eye. And then we will we'll kind of revene in the morning early. And I will likely be going straight into a live stream tomorrow morning. Yeah, Warsaw is good for the night, Jocelyn. And don't forget, we're still going to be expecting, probably for Benton County, somewhere in the neighborhood of around 6 to 8 a.m. with that next line moving in tomorrow morning. So, for those of you that be in Cass County, Johnson County, Henry County, Bates County, Vernon County, St. Clair County, we're good for the next few hours. So, if you guys want to go and get a quick nap in, and before Wednesday starts, now would be a good time to do that. You guys can go and rest easy. And again, I'm expecting between 5 and 8 a.m. we'll start tracking that next line of storms moving in from the northwest. Yeah, you definitely need to know what you're doing when you're storm chasing. That's for sure. You can get yourself caught up. Even 3 experienced storm chasers lost they kind of lost their sense of exactly how far away they were from a tornado, and of course took the lives of 3 storm chasers due to the El Reno tornado a few years back. So definitely need to pay attention to what you're doing when you're out storm chasing. Yep, Oklahoma is good for now. Until tomorrow. Yeah, Jackson County is just about out of this cell here. Gigafish. So it's north of Green Valley, Blue Spring, Bates City. It's up there close to Buckner, Sibley, Oric. So yeah, just about all of Jackson County is pretty well clear for the rest of the night till that big system begins to drop to the south. Yes, they did, Zoo. I remember that day as plain as it can get. Watching the Weather Channel during that time. So look like the tail end of this cell is look like it's just on its way out of Benton County right now, well north of Cocamp. Going to be moving on over into Morgan County. All right, Gigafish, thanks for joining in the stream tonight. Hey, you bet, Jamie. My pleasure. And I'll be up with you early in the morning as well, guys. So this cell moving slowly over into Morgan County, Smithton, Sedalia, right along 50 Highway there. You guys are getting a little bit of that northern part of that cell, probably some torrential rains, maybe even some little bitty pea-sized hail, maybe. Expect the unexpected, Elijah. Yes. So we have about another 16 minutes left on this severe thunderstorm warning. They'll likely cancel at least probably Benton County here in just a moment. Yeah, that's exactly it. And they underestimated how wide that tornado was. I mean, they had no idea that it extended out as wide as what that tornado did there in El Reno, and definitely got caught up in one of the outer vortices. And nobody expected that thing to be 2 miles wide. You know, I mean, that's like from one end of Clinton, Missouri to the other end twice. I mean, that's huge. They just didn't expect them once they realized it was too late. All right, sounds good, Jocelyn. Hi, Keith. Welcome to the stream. So we primarily do West Central, Southwest Missouri is what we kind of cover here. We have this lone wolf supercell that started out here in East Central Kansas and has continued being that little engine that couldn't all the way across western Missouri, where we don't have very good moisture here yet. So it's any thunderstorm is having a hard time of really getting going. This thing has been dropping quarter-size hail all the way across western Missouri. So anyway, it's just about out of our area that we cover here in west central Missouri. And I will likely end the live stream for now. But then I'm going to kind of regroup, get a couple cups of coffee, take a look at all the data coming in for the line of storms for tomorrow morning. Likely around 5 to 6 a.m. we'll start tracking this line up in the Kansas City area, moving its way down to our neck of the woods. So it does look like they canceled the severe thunderstorm warning for Benton County. So you guys are in the clear. We are now completely free of any kind of severe thunderstorm warning for west central Missouri. So I am going to go ahead now that we have a chance. It's right at midnight. Been on here with you guys for the last 2.5 hours. I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream for now. And then, of course, be back with you guys first thing in the morning. And we'll track this line of possibly severe storms through west central Missouri tomorrow morning. So thank you guys so much for being a part of the live stream. A big thanks goes out to Clayton Hartfelt, Home Healthcare, as well as Family Safe Storm Shelters and Max Motors. Want to appreciate those three. They help pay my salary at Radford Media Group. So a big thanks to them for sponsoring this look at the Storm Track weather for tonight, round 1. And then we'll be back tomorrow morning for round 2 of West Central Missouri severe weather event. Guys, take care, stay weather aware, and we'll be talking to you all very soon.